Hi and welcome to yet another segment of The Scoop. I'm very excited and honored and privileged for today's guests. These are guests whose calling has been around child protective care. And this is something that is affecting each one of us in our society. There are safe places that we mention time and time again. When you look at the hospitals, when you think about churches, when you think about the home, when you think about the judicial system, and in so many other ways, there's certain areas, schools, that you can think of that are meant to be a safe place for our children and even for us as adults, a place of solace. And I want us to just delve into this topic real quick and hear their story, their experiences, and what we can do in society to make this place a better and safe environment for each one of us. I can't wait, and I hope you join me in a few seconds. Welcome to The Scoop. Today, we are going to be discussing a topic that is close to my heart in terms of child protective care, and I have amazing guests lined up for you. I do not want to take too much time, and I want each of them to just give a little bit about themselves and tell you why they're here. But I want to make sure that we understand the reason that certain things happen in society, and to realize that certain things are actually happening in our society. So without further ado, I want to welcome Anne Murathe, who happens to be our care ministry, like she's our HOD for care ministry at Rock West. And it's important because this is also a topic in line with care, isn't it?
It is.
Welcome to the Scoop.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you,
Martin. We are so excited to have you here. I know both of you work in child protective,
Yes.
In terms of just this is your field, and this is your speciality.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's just start with Anne. Tell us a little bit about your background in terms of what you studied and where you're at right now.
All right.
Yeah.
So, so for university, I did a BA, bachelor's in sociology and political science, and then I have done a master's in sociology, but specialized in criminology. The reason why I decided to do a specialization in criminology is because I am passionate about protection, basically protection of the people in the society, and making sure that the community is protected. And it trickles down to the children, but it has to start from somewhere. So yeah, that's why I'm passionate about making sure that the children are safe in the community. And that is why I studied criminology.
I know. I actually have never met someone who studied criminology. You were the first person. And then on top of it, the fact that you're very passionate about just the certain, the different situations in our community, it just brings a human side of criminology. I think the most I knew about criminology was Criminal Minds, CSI, you name them. The different shows out there, Cops. That's as far as I know. But where are you at right now? What are you doing right now?
So I began as a social worker.
Okay.
Taking care of children. I work with a pediatric HIV organization.
All right.
But my area is in social services, making sure that the children are taken care of. So I started as a social worker, but now I'm head of a site. I am a project coordinator for a site in the program, but I am also the overall SGBV coordinator for the whole program.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is all over Nairobi.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Welcome to The Scoop.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
I can't
you.
wait to hear a little bit more about just some insights of what's going on in our society.
Yeah.
All right. Martin.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Welcome to The Scoop.
Thank you very much.
So just real quick, just tell us, give us a little bit in terms of an insight of who you are and what you've done and where you're at right now.
Great. My name is Martin, and I work as a child protection officer.
All right.
With a Kenyan trust called Collective Community Action. I'm so passionate about young people and children, And this is what I wanted to do even when I was in high school. And so I did a BA in Youth and Children Studies from Catholic University, where I also lecture part-time on matters of child protection. Then I also have a certificate in counseling, because I counsel children in the juvenile justice system, also their families, and connecting them back to the community. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Briefly about me.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. Wow, so very clear that you two are actually in the right place.
Yes.
You're in the place of your calling.
Yes.
In terms of just where you've started. The fact that you knew when you were in high school
Yes.
that you wanted to be a social worker.
Yes. Working specifically with youth and children.
No way.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like there's a story in that.
Oh, yes.
So real quick, just even very shortly, why in high school? What is it that made you want to deal in that or go into that line in high school?
Okay. For me, it started when I was in high school. My aunt actually works as a teacher.
Okay.
So during the holiday time, she'll call us to go and assist in doing several works within the library, because she was working in the library, covering books. So from that point, then we were actually now also being part of some of the students within the school. So from that point, I started saying, I think I would want to be in the field of young people.
Okay.
Not really as a teacher,
Okay.
but as an educator, because I am professionally an educator of the young people.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Well, it runs in the bloodline clearly
Oh, yes,
in terms
yes.
of education. Wow. So I'm very curious, and this could be for anyone who's at home and right now, during this time, and they're just thinking, what should I do with my life in future? I'm passionate about children. I'm passionate about youth, but how do we, how would I know that I want to get into social studies, or I want to get into the fact that, working with youth and children under child protective, that's a very
Yes.
sensitive line, I must say. So I must applaud you first that you work there. And then tell us just real quick, what was that turning point, or what was the pivotal point where you decided, okay, now I for sure don't want to be an educator, or I want to be an educator but from a different perspective?
The turning point was when I finished high school.
Okay.
I was given a child. To bring from Eldoret to Nairobi. That was my first time in Nairobi.
All right.
And I was bringing this young boy to a center in Juja. And the journey itself had its own hiccups. Like I get to Nairobi and then I say I'm going to Juja, and I find myself on Juja Road. So St. Teresa Juja Road, and I was going to St. Teresa in Juja. Being my first time, yes. And then later on, I was given also another boy to go and buy for him. He was a street boy. To go and buy for him clothes within Eldoret town, because now we are taking him out of the street. So that for me was a turning point, and I said, "This is the work I want to do."
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And remember, I had not finished high school.
And that's what blows my mind.
Wow.
That at that age you already knew.
Yes.
But it's interesting how life and God, just the orchestration of God. You never know what He's doing, and who you meet, who will end up helping you in terms of your decision for your destiny and purpose.
Yes.
Fantastic. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Asante sana.
Anne, what was that pivotal point?
Wow. For me, so I think in life, that God orchestrates your purpose in life since when he says he knows us in our mother's womb. He destines us when we are in our mother's womb. And then the journey that you take once your mother gives birth to you, that journey gets you to the place where you fulfill his purpose in your life, his purpose on this earth in your life. So for me, I have my whole life has evolved around lack of protection. my whole life, most of my childhood evolved around not having people around me that are really very protective of me as a child. So as I grew up, my mind was, or the need to be protected took me to that place of wanting to study what it is that will help me protect children and protect families and be able to teach families on how to protect children and so I think that's what has brought me to this point of really ensuring that the household is safe for a child to be able to live in, whether it's a biological child or a child through kinship or you foster a child, that you have the ability to be able to take care of that child.
Oh wow.
Yes, so me lacking that in my childhood
yeah.
has enabled me be able to provide it.